Hi, welcome to the first episode of Cooking with Curtis. Now, I know what you're thinking. This guy's a filmmaker. What is he doing a cooking show? I will let you know right now, I'm not a culinary expert. I've had no training. So all the recipes that I will do on this show, it's just going to be things that I've acquired over the years, certain recipes. Some of them are family recipes, some of them are from friends. So today we are going to be doing Southwest soup. And anybody who knows me knows that I love to eat soup. And I make the same pot of soup every week. And I kind of tweaked the recipe over the years and found out different ingredients that really work for me, how to make it really good. So what do you need to cook Southwest soup? Well, first of all, you need a pot. You need a really big pot. So I don't even know how many quarts or whatever this is, but this is the biggest pot I have. You also need a lid because the lid's very important to this whole process. Helps cook the soup. So anyway, we're going to put the pot on the stove. And the first step when you put the pot on the stove is we're actually going to go ahead and turn it on because it takes forever to heat this baby up. And then we're going to put non-stick spray on the inside. So in addition to the pot, obviously to stir it, you'll need a spoon. So I just use the soup ladle. And I have this little thing that I put it in, and to keep it from getting messy, what I do is every time I stir the soup, I'll wash it off in the sink. So I'm going to talk about the different ingredients and what we're going to be using today. So we're going to be using 2 cans of black beans. Then we got the Great Northern beans, mixed chili beans, a can of baked beans, can of corn, can of Rotel. I use the original with diced chilies. A packet of ranch seasoning, dry ranch, then use a packet of original taco mix, and then the third seasoning that you use can be whatever you want. So I've seen chorizo, I've seen street taco, but I use fajita, this hot dog chili sauce. Canned chicken, about 3 or 4 cans of water in. We'll see how many it takes. And the thing about these black beans, I got the ones that's no salt added. So you want to drain both of these cans and just put them in the pot. So you just open the can a little bit, drain all that bean juice out. By the way, if my cat shows up in this video, it's because she knows I'm about to open a can of chicken, and so she's here for the chicken. I don't know why she gets into anytime I open a can, she's like, oh yeah, you don't want no black beans. You don't want no black beans. So it's 2 cans of black beans drained. Then we got the Great Northern beans. These are the white beans. We're going to drain this can too. Okay, and now we have mixed chili beans. It's convenient to buy it like this because otherwise you'd have to buy all the separate beans that go in here. And so this really knocks, if you can find it, Kata, get down. So if you can find a mixed chili beans can, it really saves you from having to buy all the extra cans. You drain it to the best of the ability, but the thing about this base is it's a little bit thicker, so not as much comes out. A lot of the other beans, it's like they're suspended in water, but that particular one, it's almost like a little sauce. So then we have a can of baked beans. So these are barbecue baked beans. If you don't like barbecue baked beans, this is an additional thing to put in there. I just started doing this because I like the taste. I had an extra can, so I just started doing it one day. We don't drain these, we just throw these right in like they are. And it helps when you're buying your cans if you go ahead and get the kind with the easy pull tops. Otherwise, you have to go into the cabinet and get your can opener because some of these cans are not easy pull tops. Hey, get down! So next we have the canned corn. So this is an important can. So we're not going to drain it either. So you just open the can of corn, but when you open it, if you don't have the pull top, you just want to take the top all the way off. Some of the other ones, you know, to drain them, you have to kind of leave the top on to help drain, but you just pour this whole can in, and then set this can to the side because we're going to need this in a minute to put water into the soup. Next we have a can of Rotel. I use the original with diced chilies. It's not too spicy. And we're not going to drain this one either. This one we're just going to throw the whole can in because that honestly that juice provides a lot of good stuff. Makes the soup taste really good. Okay, we have a couple more cans we're going to put in, but first I want to show you the seasonings. So you use a packet of ranch seasoning, dry ranch, then you use a packet of original taco mix, and then the third seasoning that you use can be whatever you want. So I've seen chorizo, I've seen street taco, but I use fajita because I like fajita. So we're going to put all these seasonings in here and just throw them all in. Okay, so now the next ingredient is also, it's one of those things over the years I've just added to it. So this is something I really like. You can actually use any kind of chili, but I just like the flavor, so I get the cheapest, which is just hot dog chili sauce. So we're just gonna pop this and put it in. It gives it that nice chili flavor to it. And the last ingredient, the one that Kate has been waiting for, canned chicken. Now you can use any kind of chicken you want to. You can put any kind of chicken or meat that you want in the soup. You can put ground beef. You can do pulled chicken. I mean, you can put chicken breast in there from the deli. Any kind of meat you want in there. I just like to use this canned chicken, and I don't drain it either. I just throw the whole thing in there. Every little bit of it. Of course, now Kate will be happy that she's got her can of chicken. Come here, Kate. And also in the fridge, I had some extra meat. So I'm just gonna spoon a little bit of this in here. This is just a hamburger that I had cooked the other day. It's actually deer burger. So I'm gonna throw extra meat in here. Because the good thing about this soup is it's really high in protein. So I feel like it's kind of good for me. You know, it might be a lot of salt or whatever. Too much flavor for some people. I love this soup. I eat this soup every week. All right, you remember that corn can that I told you not to throw away? Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put about 3 or 4 cans of water in. We'll see how many it takes. You don't wanna fill the pot up too much. If you fill the pot up too much, then you're gonna have a big mess. 1 can of water. 2 cans of water. Looks like it's gonna take 3. And I'm using filtered tap water. I would make sure you use filtered water, especially if you live in the wonderful city of Jackson. Anyway, so I've done 3 cans of water. I feel like if I fill it up anymore, it'll just overflow. All right, so now I'm gonna change the camera angle so you can kind of see what's going on. So I'm just gonna go ahead and stir this up real good. Get all the beans and seasoning and everything the way it needs to go. So when I turned the pot on, I turned it on at 6 just to get the pot hot. But I would strongly recommend once you get everything stirred up, you're gonna wanna turn it down a little bit. And the reason being is you're gonna make a huge mess if not. So I'm gonna turn the fan on 1. Let me tell you, this is a very aromatic soup. So it will make your whole house smell delicious and you won't be able to stop thinking about it until you eat some. So anyway, I've stirred up the soup pretty good. It's gonna get a little bit hotter. So now we're gonna put on the lid. So what's gonna happen now is it's gonna you need to get it to start bubbling. So once it starts bubbling, that's when you want to reduce the heat. So we're going to turn the heat down to about 3 or 4 whenever it starts bubbling. So once it starts cooking, what you're going to want to do is cook it for about an hour, hour and a half, and that should cook all the beans and everything. You can actually do this in a slow cooker too. So if you were to do it in a slow cooker, you turn it on high for 4 hours. But the thing is, that just takes too long. I get hungrier quicker than that. So we're just going to do it on the stove. And the great thing is it'll already be in a pot. So if we want to put it in the fridge and heat it back up later, we can do that. Oh yeah, see how it's bubbling? Oh yeah. That's what you want. Getting everything cooked in there. Make sure to stir it about every 10 minutes so it doesn't stick to the pot. You can probably go a little bit longer. Just stir it every once in a while. All right, moment of truth. Let's see how it's going. Looks like it's been boiling over a little bit. I've been trying to stir it pretty good. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh yeah. See, look how hearty that looks. All right, I'm gonna open up this bag of chips and I'm gonna crush some chips up in that bowl. Oh yeah. This recipe makes enough soup for me all week. Delicious. And you can top it with shredded cheese. You can top it with sour cream if you like those things. Anyway, very delicious soup. I call it Southwest soup because you can make it any way you want to. You can use any sort of meat that you want in it. So some people would call this taco soup or chicken tortilla soup, but I didn't want to get too specific. So we'll just call this Southwest soup. It's delicious. I eat it every week. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it. I have some other recipes that I can do. I make a mean bread pudding and stir fry. I'm good at stir fry. Got a wok pan, so make sure you subscribe to our channel. Just thanks for watching.